Hi there. Ayesha from Ayesha Motivates, life coach. I'm here because there's an actual concern that it's so huge and incredibly, it's a subject that's been going under the radar. And I want to be able to share this with you because if you are retired, you perhaps, if you're an early retiree, you found yourself being perhaps, researching how you want to spend your time, and maybe you have some ideas of how you will spend the rest of your retired years. But as time goes on, perhaps you will soon find yourself, or maybe you've already found yourself in this situation where day after day, you're looking for something to do. Perhaps as the years go by and retirement years continues on, some friends have passed away. Perhaps you're an empty nester. Your children have, you know, flown the coop, gone on to, finishing up their last years in university, or maybe they're now married and gone. Perhaps you've never had any children. Perhaps your, your partner of many years have died. And at the end of the day, you are alone. Plain and simple. What do you do? That is what I'm here to uh, share with you today. A little bit of perhaps some preparatory ideas, and at the very least, something to start thinking about. Research shows that there are many individuals, seniors, living lonely lives. They find themselves lonely. And loneliness can eat away at us, you know? And so I am so passionate about individuals starting to plan their mid-retirement years, really, because your early retirement years, you're, getting in your grooves, maybe taking some courses. As at retirement, when you retire at 65 or 67, you can actually be uh, qualified for some free courses out there, right? Education and whatnot, or reduced prices at the very least. So that's pretty exciting. Maybe you're looking to find a life partner, but just, or travel, whatever it is. But as you continue on into mid retirement years and onward, loneliness can creep in very slowly when the telephone calls starts to decline, and you know you're not having any place to go. You can't get a hold of others because maybe they've got plans of their own. It is so important that we start to plan today. So with Ayesha Motivates, my whole premise is to work with seniors who are in their mid to late retirement years, but the sweetest gem of clients are those who are starting to think about this before they get into uh, their mid-retirement years. Why? Because we need to plan. And as I like to remind individuals, when your children are getting married, you plan. When you were getting married, or if you were to get married, you plan. When someone is looking to get married, plans are put in place. Your children are going off to university, college. You plan, we make plans. You're going on a trip, we plan. So why is it that we wait until situations are at their dire straits before we start to look for answers, we start to seek answers? How about looking at a few things? So if you're connected with a church community, for example, enmesh yourself, I would advise. Start looking to form bonds with individuals, connect with individuals, pair up with individuals. So you check in on individuals, and they in turn check in on you. And that's a really nice rapport. uh, Perhaps even with the younger generation, start to build friendships with some of the young people, because as our peers increase in age, as we're increasing in age, the younger generation, they will be the ones to visit us in the retirement homes or the long-term care. They will be the ones to call us and check in on us, because if we stay with our own age group, we will be locked in to situations where those individuals are in the same boat, so to speak, as we are. So we want to be able to connect with individuals who are a little bit younger than we are. Perhaps family members, right? Start connecting with family members, mending uh, rifts, so to speak, right? As we get older as well, we want to be able to connect with individuals, because as you go into our later years, we will need the assistance out there from individuals. We will need assistance. And I read an article a while back that one of the uh, key things to do is to immerse yourselves in a community, if we're not already. When you're looking to retire, to downsize, look to find a community where you have younger people around you. If you have neighbors, make yourselves known to your neighbors, befriend your neighbors, be known, so that if there's anything wrong and individuals are not seeing you for a day or two, they can knock on your door and check in on you. If you need something, or just maybe to have a conversation, you can go over and have a conversation with someone. That is very important. Again, loneliness is one of the leading concerns for retirees, for seniors. So that's very important where my work is concerned, in prepping uh, individuals in retirement, or late retirement, long-term care. When you start to think about that, you need to also start to think about connectivity, connecting with individuals. This is the reason why I thought it would be very important to share this whole discussion on loneliness with you. It is very, very big. Now, keep in mind, you could also be in a room full of individuals and still be lonely. But I'm speaking of the loneliness that comes from being alone. Just because um, you're single or empty nesting or whatever doesn't mean that you have to be lonely. But if we don't have uh, and this is the next point, whether it's the fourth or the third point that I'm on, um, being able to know yourself. When you're no longer in the workplace, it's a sweet time to spend with you. Ideally, every day, our everyday journey should be where we're getting to know ourselves a little bit more. Journaling is a huge part of that. I also create handmade journals, and that's one of my passions. So it helps if we've got something that drives us, that we're passionate about, that we can sink ourselves into. Because when you have a purpose, a vision, even if you're alone and living by yourself, you will not be lonely. Have a plant, have a pet, you know, I don't know, I'm listing off all these different things. You can go back and watch the video. I'm so excited about this topic because it's so, so important. Um, and another one is self pity. Again, just working on ourselves opens us to other avenues, and to others, and to life. So, get to know yourself, learn to love yourself. There, loneliness again eats away at you, but if you've got all of those things that I've mentioned in place, connecting with neighbors and families again, your church groups, getting taking time to know yourself and appreciating yourself, finding hobbies, learn a new language, take a new course. There's so much. And as the years go on, again, friends will have moved away, died, and so there are more opportunities for you to become isolated, and that's where loneliness can creep in. um, what else can I share with you? I know I had something else very, very important, and I cannot think of it right now. But again, Aisha Motivates. This is a platform in which I want to be able to connect with you and let you know that planning your life's future begins today. And maybe you're watching and you're nowhere close to retirement age, but perhaps you've got an aunt, an uncle, a dad, a mother, family members that needs this particular information. I advise you to share this information, to start thinking about it, to share this information with someone, share this video with someone. And it is never too late to start planning our retirement. It is never too late to uh, help ourselves when it comes to loneliness and to keeping it at bay. Loneliness can affect us at any stage of our lives, but I'm speaking primarily to the elderly and to those who are assisting the elderly out there. Again, if you want to contact me, get a hold of me, Aisha Motivates at gmail.com. Be blessed, take care, and look forward to more information. Again, I am looking to have you contact me if you will be needing any assistance. And take care. Bye bye.